Hi, everybody. I am Mr. Jackson, and welcome to a brand new school year. Sorry I am not there with you. I'm currently at home waiting to get some COVID tests back. I'm feeling fine, but we had another teacher who was sick that I was around, so I had to go get COVID tested because I had a cold last week, and who knows what that was. So I do apologize that I am not there with you. I really want to be there on its first day, but unfortunately, I am not. My goal for today, guys, is to have you do a project that we usually do first or second day as an opportunity for me to get to know you. It's called Introducing Me, and it is through Google Classroom. So if you're seeing this video, you probably have already found Google Classroom. So let me pull that activity up here so I can do it real quick. Let's record the screen. So what you're going to do for this is you're going to introduce yourself to me. So what I'd like you to start off with is put your first and last name. If you want to be called, if your name is Jonathan, you go by John or Johnny or something like that. Go ahead and put your what you like to be called by first, and then put your real first name in parentheses, and then your last name for me. Okay. Please do let me know if you want to be called something other than what is on your official record. So please put that on there. And then if you could put a recent picture of yourself, okay, in here. So this is going to be a template that you'll have on here. So you can click on this box here, put your picture in there, get rid of the box. Something within the last 6 months or so if you got something. If not, just shoot a quick selfie for you, just so I know what you look like. Then what I'd like you to do is to put your life quote. What is your philosophy on life? This could be something that you got off of a Chinese fortune cookie. It could be just your own quote, whatever. What kind of philosophy do you live by? So please go ahead and put that in there. And then what I'd like you to do is to give me your top five list of something. So you're going to write in here my top five, get rid of these question marks, maybe favorite places to visit, favorite food, favorite music, favorite Marvel character. I don't care what it is. Just give me your top five list of something. Okay, anything of your choice, you'll put it on there. And then a couple other questions I'd like you to answer. What's something you think you're good at? This does not have to be school related. First of all, that's important for you to know. Um, it could be anything. I'm good at fixing cars. I'm good at ballet. Whatever. It doesn't matter to me. Something that you're good at, that you're proud of, that you like to do. And then what is something that you struggle with? Okay. What's something that gives you a hard time? This could be, once again, be school related or not school related. It doesn't matter to me. And then, what are some things that you like to do outside? Give me three or four different things that you like to do outside of school. And then the last one here is my bucket list. For those of you who haven't heard of a bucket list, it comes from the saying of things you'd like to do before you kick the bucket. So, what are some things that you'd like to do during your life? Maybe you want to travel to Antarctica to pet penguins, or I don't know, uh, anything. What about three or four things that you think you'd really like to do um, before you kick the bucket? So let me go ahead and share mine with you. My slide is also on this Google Doc that your Google slide that you're going to use. Feel free to delete my slide, but here it is, Mr. Jackson. I go by generally Mr. J, and my saying says, "Live your life one step at a time." I don't know, you probably can't see it here, but I have my tattoos that says, "Live your life one step at a time." So that's my kind of philosophy, meaning don't get too caught up on everything that's coming up. Just pay attention to what you're doing right now. For my top five, I did my top five places. Number one is Delicate Arch in Arches National Park in Utah. If you've ever seen the Utah license plate with that arch on it, that's Delicate Arch. Um, Second favorite place, actually, these aren't in any order, is Slough Creek in Yellowstone National Park. It's a beautiful little meadow up there, some good fishing, just a beautiful area, lots of grizzly bears hang out. And then Ray Lakes, which is in the Sierra Nevadas out in Utah, absolutely gorgeous lake right below a place called Glen Pass. Um, Moving away from the mountains is Sanibel Island, which is in Florida. It's on the Gulf side. It's absolutely beautiful. One of the best places, if not the best place in the U.S. to, excuse me, to get seashells from. And then finally here in Colorado, probably one of my favorite places is the Mount Circle Wilderness, which is around Steamboat Springs. Something I think I'm good at, being a dad. Something I struggle with, patience, which sometimes contradicts with the first one there, especially Yeah, I got a middle schooler, so you'll understand. Things that I like to do out of school. I like to fly fish a lot. I like to backpack. I like to hike. Reading. If I were to put another one on there, I'd also put biking. And then things that are on my bucket list, things I'd like to do. The original one was to through hike the Pacific Crest Trail that goes from Mexico all the way up to Canada through California, Oregon, and Washington. I also want to hike the El Camino de Santiago, which is in Spain. It's about 600 miles. Um, called a hiking trail. It's a little different than the Pacific Crest. I also want to sail in the Caribbean, do a sailing trip down there. And two places I really want to visit are Africa and New Zealand. So you can see those kind of answered it. And then what I did also here, I put just a couple clip arts in there to make it look a little nicer. Like I said, I gave you a pretty boring slide back here, right? This is pretty boring. So what I'd like you to do, go ahead and get creative. You can change the background. You can change the colors. If you want to move some of these around, that's fine. Just make sure you have all this information. The only thing I will warn you about is if you're going to put a picture for your background, just be sure that all this information does not get lost. It has a tendency to do that when you change the background to pictures rather than just color. All right. This will be due at the end of next class. So hopefully I'll be there with you guys on Thursday. I don't plan on working on this Thursday, but it'll be due Thursday evening, okay, by midnight. So go ahead when you're done. Make sure you're tuning in through Google Classroom, guys. I hope this is pretty self-explanatory for you. So there you go. We'll see you hopefully Thursday.